Hello friends, how are you? Fine? Yes, I am Bhavesh, but once again I am on your mobile screen. Kem cho? How is your home learning going on? Very good, nice. Friends, last Thursday I posted my video on lesson number 8 regarding Indian Constitution. Today, once again, I post another video, means video number 2 of the same lesson, lesson number 8. Okay, so watch this video very carefully, and whatever content I have added in the video, please note down in your notebook. Okay, and one more thing, that after this video, I publish one unit test question paper of lesson number 1 and 8. You have to write the question paper in your notebook, and tomorrow once again I will post the answer key of this unit test, and you will send me the photograph of your unit test. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you will cooperate me. I will always with you. Don't worry, study well. Thank you very much. Hello friends, how are you? Fine? Do you remember some points we discussed in video number 1 of lesson number 8, features of Indian Constitution? Yes, we discussed about the importance of Indian Constitution, the process of framing of Indian Constitution we discussed, and we discussed about the preamble and the importance of preamble. Do you remember, my friends, what are the words in our Indian Constitution preamble? Once again I read, listen. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all. So these are the words in our Indian Constitution preamble. My friends, today we will discuss and we will start about the pillars of Indian Constitution, and these are three pillars. But the first pillar is democracy. Democracy is the pillar of Indian Constitution. Now, the Constituent Assembly adopted the Constitution of India, drafted by a committee headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Yes, in my first video I told you that there were many members in Indian Constitution Assembly, but the main person was Dr. B.R. yani ki Bhimrao Ambedkar. And on 26 November 1949, India became a sovereign democratic republic after its constitution came into effect on 26 January 1950. And I also explained the word democracy. So democracy, the word democracy derived from the Greek word demos, means people, and kratos means power. Okay, my friends, the second pillar of Indian democracy is socialistic. So the word socialist was added to the preamble of the Indian Constitution by the 42nd Amendment Act of 1946. Actually ये शब्द पहले नहीं था, but in 42 amendment this word was added during the emergency, and it implies social and economic equality, social equality, and in this context means the absence of discrimination on the grounds only of caste, color, creed, sex, religion or language. And under social equality, everyone has equal status and opportunities. My dear friends, please remember this very wonderful line. Say, yes, caste, color, creed, religion and language. Yes, we have no any discrimination. Means we all are equal. And economic equality in this context means that the government will endeavor to make the distribution of wealth more equal and provide a decent standard of living for all. So this is about socialistic. Then Indian secularism. This is the third pillar of Indian constitution. So what is secularism? So in the year 1976, by 42nd Indian Constitution amendments, Constitution of India added this word socialist, and most of the provisions of the Constitution of India directly or indirectly show social revolution, which brought social and economic equality and furthered the aim of welfare state. The principles of socialistic pattern directs social, economic and political equality for citizens as given in the preamble, and it is now regarded as a prime feature of the state. It reflects the fact that India is committed to secure social, economic and political justice for all its people. This is very important word in our Indian constitution, secularism. India is a secular country. So how secular and what is the meaning of secular? In a simple word I explained that people of India are socially, economically and politically we are equal. This is very simple understanding. Then any one particular person should not have power all over all assets. Instead, everyone should have equal opportunities by getting facilities and provisions from society and thereby eliminating the discrimination of rich and poor. In India, no one is rich, no one is poor, and therefore we can say that Constitution of India is a socialistic document. Indian Constitution is a socialistic documentation. Then the most important point in this lesson is the basic features of Indian Constitution. So you can see in the PowerPoint slide, you can see, yes, the features of Indian Constitution. You can see on the screen. The first feature is a written document. Second is size of Constitution. Third is single citizenship. Fourth is the center with strong federal structure. Fifth is unified arrangement with crisis. Sixth is bicameral practice. Seventh, independent, impartial and integrated judiciary. And eighth one is amendments in Constitution. Number 9 is universal adult suffrage. Number 10 is secularism. Number 11 is judicial review. 12, fundamental rights and duties. 13, directive principles of state policy. And 14, provision for backward section and tribes. Now friends, let's see all these features in detail. The first one is written document. Please listen to me very carefully. Written document means what? Ki Indian constitution is in a written form, and considering the social, geographical diversified circumstances and prehistorical notions, the Constituent Assembly has kept the drafted constitution in written form. Okay. Now size of constitution. Actually, Indian constitution is divided into different sections. So how many sections are there in our Indian constitution? There are 22 sections in our Indian constitution and 395 articles. Indian Constitution is written in a form of article. So how many articles are there? 395. And how many sections are there? 22 sections. And 8 appendices. The Constitution comprises provisions for state administration and states' interrelation, fundamental rights, principles for political policies, judiciary, election commission, government institutions, minorities, scheduled castes and deprived groups. Therefore, the Constitution of India is the largest, extensive and detailed written document compared to other constitution. So, in other words, we can say that Indian Constitution is the longest constitution in the world, and it is written document. Third feature is single citizenship. So, in America, dual citizenship is given. One for United States of America and another for state citizenship. But in India, there is only single citizenship irrespective of any religion or state of the country. So this is called single citizenship. In other words, I say or I explain कि भारत में रहने वाले सभी लोग सिर्फ और सिर्फ भारतीय हैं. वो चाहे बंगाल में रहे, वो गुजरात में रहे या जम्मू कश्मीर में रहे. All are Indian. We don't have two citizenship. Okay. Now fourth is the center with strong federal structure. So India is a union of states, means we have different states. For example, UP, Bihar, MP, Jharkhand, all these states. There is nowhere any reference to the word federal in the constitution, and union of state is the sentence used for India by the use of word union. A permanent and irreversible relationship between union and the component states is indicated. And India is a union of states and no state has right to succeed it. Thus, India is a union of states, yet it has some elements of federal government. Okay, now number 5 is unified arrangement during crisis. So there are 3 provisions for emergencies in Constitution of our India. So sometimes India is suffering severe problems in our country, and that is called Indian crisis or crisis of India. So national emergency can be declared at the time of war, external attack और आर्म्ड रेबेलियन. मान लो कि युद्ध जैसी परिस्थिति हमारे इंडिया में आ गई, तो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर एक आर्टिकल है यूनिफाइड अरेंजमेंट विथ क्राइसिस. तो अंडर दिस वी कैन हैव द अरेंजमेंट. तो लेसन पॉइंट नंबर 6 इज बिकार्मल प्रैक्टिस. What is this point is about? India has a parliamentary system of governance. In a parliamentary system, the parliament is the supreme authority representing people. The legislature at the union is the parliament. The parliament is bicameral, means it has 2 houses, upper house and lower house. Upper house means it is called Rajya Sabha, and lower house is known as Lok Sabha. Upper house means Rajya Sabha and lower house means Lok Sabha. And through the government is carried on the name of the president at the union and the governor in the states, and actual administration is carried by the council of ministers headed by the prime minister at the union and the chief ministers in the states. Now number 7 is independent, impartial and integrated judiciary. In my first video I explained that Indian judiciary system is completely different or completely apart from the authority. So Indian Constitution has provided for the establishment of an independent and impartial judiciary. There is Supreme Court at the top, then there are high courts at the state, and under its jurisdiction are the district courts at district level and the taluka level. There are local and special courts, and the judgment of Supreme Court are binding to all the subordinate courts of the nation. So this is called independent and impartial integrated judiciary. Number 8 is amendments in constitution. Now this is very important word in our lesson, amendments. So amendment means कि कभी कभी हमारे इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर कोई चेंज करना पड़ता है. तो हाउ व्हाट इज द प्रोसेस in changing in our constitution, that is called amendments. So compared to other countries, constitution of India is dynamic and constitution can be amended as and when required. जब ज़रूरत पड़े हमारे भारत देश को कि भारत देश के अंदर इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर अमेंडमेंट्स जरूरी है, तब वो अमेंडमेंट्स होता है. एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजंस कैन बी अमेंडेड इन 3 ways. 3 प्रकार के अमेंडमेंट्स होते हैं. द फर्स्ट एंड मेजर पॉइंट इज कि सर्टेन अमेंडमेंट्स रिक्वायर्ड अ स्पेशल मेजोरिटी इन इंडियन पार्लियामेंट. द मेंबर्स ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट इज इन 2/3 मेजोरिटी of members present and voting. So in Indian constitution, in parliament 2/3 majority members they are voting, so that amendment is passed. And concerning the union state relations, the special majority, that is 2/3 and concurrence not less than 50% of the state legislature is required. So this is about amendments in the constitution. Number 9 point is universal adult suffrage. This is again a very important point. So in India we have a system of adult suffrage which is flexible. According to that, any citizen who is above 18 years of age and above possesses right to vote. हमें मालूम है कि भारत देश में 18 साल के बाद वी आर एलिजिबल फॉर voting. So that is universal adult suffrage. And right to vote in the election of parliament, legislative assembly or any local self-government bodies without any discrimination of education, poverty and means poverty or richness, that is not a point, and economic standard. So any point is not considered, but if you are 18 years old you have right to vote. That is called universal adult suffrage. Then secularism. This point we have discussed, but in very simple words I just explained that in India everyone has right to follow any religion. Suppose you are Hindu, you are Muslim, you are Christian, any, you have a right to follow any religion. But still I just explained that we have discussed means earlier in secularism in preamble when I discussed. So in the constitution, India has been declared as a secular state and people of different religion reside in India. Therefore the state cannot discriminate any citizen on the basis of religion. So Indian government cannot tell you that why you are following Hinduism, why you are following Islam. So no citizen can be given special rights or cannot be deprived at certain rights. So the state has to be absolutely impartial and neutral in respect of religion. This is very important line. The state has to be absolutely impartial. Means state cannot interfere in your religion and neutral in respect of religion. Then 11 point number 11 is judicial review. So judicial review is a chief characteristic of the Indian constitution. Judicial review administrates the working of union and state within jurisdiction and without discriminating the powers of parliament. The constitution has made an effort to harmonize the principles of judicial review and parliamentary amendments, external orders, ordinances and judicial judgments are given for judicial review. Then point number 12, fundamental right and duties. So this is very important, and in your examination this point can be asked. So this is IMP point, fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are conferred to the people of India by the constitution to live a dignified life. यानी कि भारत देश के अंदर हम गर्व से रह सकते हैं और हम गर्व से कह सकते हैं कि यस मैं भारतीय हूँ. तो दिस इज द राइट इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हैज गिवन अस. द मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल कैपिटल of our country is in the overall development of nation, which further lies in the fundamental duties and rights. Rights to constitutional remedies, and for the children 6 to 14 years of age they have right to educate. This is also available in our Indian constitution. So this is very important point. You can read this point from your textbook. Number 13 is directive principles of state policy. So protection of people, security and welfare should be carried out by the state. So suppose we are living in Gujarat. So it is Gujarat government's duty to give us security and welfare. And these principles provided directions for state governance and policy making. Every state has right to make their own policy, so they are called as directive principles. And the last one is provision for backward sections and tribes. So you know well, my dear friends, when India became independent in 1947, the social condition of our country was very bad, and many people, more than 70% people, they were very less educated people, so they were backward. And 30-40% people, they were living in jungle areas, they were tribal people. So it was the biggest problem at the time of framing Indian constitution. So how can we upgrade the backward people and tribes? So there is also a provision, and it's the feature of Indian constitution. So to uplift and include backward sections and tribes and deprived class in the mainstream, there are specific provisions in the constitution. Reserve seats, जिसको कहते हैं reserve quota. तो reserve seats are allocated in legislature and local self-governing bodies election to provide representation. And reservation quota has been provided for admission in education institutes and government jobs in proportion to their population to provide equal opportunities. Children of backward sections and tribes are given scholarship, basic amenities, and different fees structure also. They are given relaxation also. So all these facilities are given to backward people and tribals also. Okay, so dear friends, this is about the lesson number 8, and you can enjoy this picture also. Yes, this is the picture of freedom, means democracy. This is the picture of our Indian parliamentary house, and see, the people are enjoying Indian freedom. So my dear friends, after this video I will take a test of lesson number 1 and 8. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and note down some points. Whatever points I have mentioned in this video, please note down in your notebook. And if you have any question, query, problems, you are totally free to call me at any time. You can send me any message also. Okay, my friends, good luck to all. Thank you.